So about 2 years ago, January of 2016, Clint was doing a Wednesday night thing, class, your dreams, your calling and stuff, and he threw out the who do you love question. And I thought, I don't know. I mean, my kids, my family, but I was involved in the homeschool community and very active in the leadership there for many years, and I loved it. It was very fulfilling, and I thought, well, I wish I could do something like that again. And I thought, what do I love about that? Well, I loved encouraging moms and telling them that their job was important and that they were doing a good job and that they were enough, and what their kids wanted was them. So literally 2 weeks after that, the opportunity came to me to be a small group leader at a group in Peachtree City. And so I came to Clint and Sarah, and I was all like, oh, I found out who I love. It's moms. And they were like, okay, what are we going to do then? What do y'all want to do? What do we need to do for you? I'm like, no. I'm going over there to do the thing over in Peachtree City, not here. And they're like, okay, that's fine. So the last 2 years, I've been leading small group in a group in Peachtree City, but this year I could just tell it was time for me to pull back from that. And Bethany's name was just kind of rolling around in my head. I didn't know. I didn't have a vision. I didn't have anything, just her name, and just thought, well, I'll just talk to her and see what.
Meanwhile, I attended this mom group.
So she was at the moms group, and Annie too. And so I told the ladies, that morning, I said, I'm not going to come back next year. I'm just going to, I'm going to be doing some other things. And I thought, well, I'll just go see if Bethany wants to, I don't even know. I didn't have a vision. I didn't have anything. So I went out and I grabbed Bethany and we started talking, and we were just like, I was like, I want to talk to you.
I looked at her and I said, I want to talk to you. And it was kind of my side up to this point was Clint had recently preached on the your calling and who do you feel drawn to and who do you love. And when he preached that, I felt so free because I was always taught you have to have this like divine encounter with God and feathers and he'll talk to you that way or something. And I had never experienced that. So I felt super free when Clint was saying, who do you love? Who are you drawn to? Who are you attracted to? Who are the people that you're, you feel that heart connection with? And so I actually had a dream. I was half asleep, so I don't know if it was a dream or a vision. I was kind of in that in-between, whatever. And it was a room full of moms. And I could feel community and love and support. So I knew he was calling me to do something, but I had no idea. And so I told Lyle about it. And then I told him, I need to talk to Carmen. Since I met Carmen, I loved her because my kids adore her. So I'm like, she's got to be awesome. My kids, Luke would fall asleep on her in the nursery, and he doesn't like people. So I knew that.
And when all your grown children come to church together, you knew you're doing something right.
Yeah, exactly. And so anyway, but I told Lyle, I was like, I'm a little scared too because I know she's involved at this mom group, and I don't want to call her away from this or anything. So this was a few days before this Thursday morning was when we met. And I always went and talked to her and stuff at this group. I would find her. And she looked at me, and that's when she said, I need to talk to you. And at that point, I was like, holy crap, I know what's about to happen. This is nuts right now. So,
It is.
So, and then Carmen told me, she's like, I'm not going to do this next year. I told the leaders this morning that I'm not going to be a part of this. And I was like, okay, well, this is what I've been experiencing. And then that was Thursday. Yeah. And then that next Wednesday, she came to my house that morning, and we started talking, and I told her about my vision and everything that God was showing me. And then it was the same exact thing. And I mean, I can't tell you how amazing it was to sit there and talk and it just be like, yes, that's awesome. Yes, like everything was just like intertwining and coming together, even down to thinking about everything and writing and God showing me different things. And I would think, okay, I got to talk to Carmen about this. And I would go to talk to her about it, and she would come to me and say, hey, I feel like God is telling me we need to do this. And it was another holy crap moment. Like, are you kidding me right now? Because that is exactly what God was telling me. I mean, I can think 3 different times specifically that happened as we've been getting together and preparing and planning. And
yeah,
anyway.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
do we have the graphic?
Yep.
So
I guess to explain a little bit our
Yeah.
vision of what we want to do, our plan is to meet here 2 Wednesdays a month in the mornings from 9:30 to 11:30. We are going to have childcare, and we're offering it at no cost to moms. We're open to donations, but it's super important to us that moms can come if they want to be here and for it to not be any type of financial burden or anything. So we'll meet here for 2 hours, and it'll look a little different. We want to be flexible in it, allow the Spirit to move and lead. But we'll have a big group time, some worship. I talked to Caitlin briefly about doing a little acoustic set every so often for the moms. And then we'll break up into small groups for more intimate time, prayer, and even to discuss what was taught. And then Carmen, too, is going to teach some practical parenting. If you don't know her or her family, her kids are awesome. So I'm just like, Carmen, make my kids like yours. What do I need to do? Anyway, so I talked to my sister and my brother-in-law who do a lot of graphic design and websites. And my sister has a 9-month-old daughter, so she's a new mom. And she said, absolutely, whatever I can do to help and be a part of this, I want to do. So they are offering for a fundraiser, and every bit of this money is going to go to paying childcare workers. And also, we want to provide each mom with a binder that we can give them resources every week. So what we taught, have questions that they can, not homework, but that they can think about it and take it deeper on their own in their home with their kids. Practical parenting advice that they can practice in hard situations and hard discussions they might be having with their kids. So with all of that being said, we need money. These things cost. We want to appreciate childcare workers. We want to pay them because their time is valuable as well. So my sister and brother-in-law are offering summer mini sessions. They're going to do them at Line Creek. And you can see the details there. There'll be 20-minute sessions. You'll get 6 digital images, the print and share release, so you can print as many as you want. And those are the dates they're going to have them. And we're going to post this to the Facebook group page with all the details, the website. The link was so long, so we didn't put it on there because it made the graphic look not very pretty. So, but that will be on the Facebook page, and you can click and sign up. And they have all their information there, their website and everything, so you can look at their work. But they're known in the Atlanta area for their photography and stuff. They're absolutely incredible. So you can get awesome family pictures done for a really, really great price. And a good portion of that is going to come back to us for the mom group. And they recently did a fundraiser for a MOPS group in Noonan, and they raised $600 for them. So we're hoping to have at least that. And if you have family members that may be interested in this, tell whoever you know. And that, like I said, we'll post the link in the Facebook group page, and you can click on it and select your time. And you'll pay in everything through that Eventbrite page. So.
And then also tell moms that you know.
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
not just for
It's
the
not
not
just
church.
just
for us.
forward.
We want to reach out because we want to spread this message through our group. And also for the moms that are here, especially the experienced moms, we would love to have you come along and be a small group leader, a co-leader with somebody else, depending on how many people we have. So talk to us if you're interested.
And
We would
it's
love to
not,
have you.
like we said, it's not, it's going to be planned and structured because it needs to be, but we're leaving room for the Spirit to move. And so as a small group leader, it's just going to be leading prayer, leading discussion, listening to moms vent if they're having a hard time in their marriage or with their kids, and just giving practical advice. And our vision for this is to teach identity, to teach these moms who they are and how it overflows into their parenting, just very practically. But the first thing we need to teach them is who God is, because many of us have been there where we have a very corrupt vision and idea of who we think God is. And so before we can even know who we are, we have to know who he is. So we're going to start at the very beginning with the gospel, and then lead into our identity, who we are because of Jesus. And this is something I'm super passionate about because I've been there where I told Carmen, Samson will be 6, our oldest, in September. And I told her, I'm like, man, if I knew what I knew now, like if I knew who I was when I became a mom, oh my gosh, I would have saved my kids from a lot of scars. Like, I mean, really, because I based how my days went on my performance. So I viewed myself based off of my circumstances and how I was performing, if that makes sense. So it was like, okay, today was a bad day, and I'm a terrible mom because Samson broke the picture frame, throwing the ball at the wall for the third time after I told him not to, and I flipped. And I sent him to his room, and I was not that sending them to their room is bad, but the yelling part I could have done better on. And that's like the process that I would go through in my mind, and then it was, okay, that defines me as the bad mom, or getting into arguments with Lyle. Okay, that defines me as an impatient, mean wife, or allowing that to be who I was, rather than looking at it and saying, no, I might be acting foolish right now and I need to work on my behavior, like Clint is saying, but that is not who I am. I am not going to own that. I am a child of God. And even more specifically as a mom, I'm going to cry. I am the mom that my kids need. Mm-hmm. And I have the patience, and I have everything I need to be their mom. So it's awesome, and I want moms to experience the freedom. And this message is so amazing. Obviously, we've experienced it. Our lives have been changed. There are times now where, you know, the boys will, oh my gosh, they're boys, they're crazy.
They are crazy. I've been over to her house quite often recently.
Nuts. They are so nuts. And they'll do things, and my reaction, I'll be like, who am I right now? That was awesome. Like, just really yielding to the Spirit, starting my mornings literally with my palms up, just saying, all right, Lord, you've got this. I've got this because you're in me, and I know who I am. And yeah, so... And so anyway, like
send your young moms over here.
Send all the moms you know, whoever they are, whatever they believe. Like, we need sisterhood. We need to be together. We need to encourage each other in our walk. Whether you have toddlers or you have teenagers, we want you here. We want you to be a part of this. And our more seasoned moms, maybe all of your kids are grown, or you're super passionate about this, like Carmen and I are, we want your help. We need small group leaders. Or if you know of anyone that wants to work in childcare, we've even talked about having homeschooled students as long as they're 16 or older. They can come and make a little bit of money. And so, yeah, that's our vision.
That's it.
And
That's awesome.
You know what it's like, really simple? It's like, we have a friend of ours that has twin girls, and both of her little girls were in the toilet playing the hokey pokey.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
right.
like, I mean, but we don't, the little things
Hang on
that
one second,
children
hang on.
get to do within like 60 seconds of
Yeah.
you leaving them to go do something is phenomenal.
So true.
So explain the semester thing.
So we're going to meet, like Bethany said, we're going to meet twice a month. So it'll be 6 times the first semester from September to December. And then the second semester will be from January to April. And then we'll have dates
And that's just
listed.
like our formal meeting here, but we're going to try to do something every
Because
Wednesday
not all
morning.
moms can come in the morning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and evenings too, we're going to do things. So our plan is to have something every Wednesday morning from following the school calendar. So when school is out, we'll be out as
Right.
well. But even if it's just, hey, we're going to meet at the park for a picnic. Come on, bring your kids to try to do life together and build those relationships.
But the Wednesdays that we meet here for our formal time, people will need to register for that, so we know who
There'll be a
is
link,
coming,
yeah.
so that we can make sure we have enough childcare for that. But probably the other Wednesdays, we could be open to whoever.
And if they know anyone who may be available for childcare
Right.
for those Wednesday mornings,
Yes.
because the church collectively, like she said, the mom group that they're a part of, they charge, and it's not a problem that they charge, but they don't want to charge. So we've started a fund. So when you give in the drop down, there's general and building and Forward Church Kenya, and so now there is it's called.
Gather.
Gather Moms Ministry.
So there's a gather option in there. And if you want to, you can give to that regularly. You know, like Sarah and I, we might do like a $5 or $10
Yeah.
weekly, just to have some resources available for childcare, because we do. That's something that we as a church collective could do. So if you ever wonder why are we doing church, it's to do things like this. There are moms in this community that are going to come that can't afford the money that are going to be blessed.
Yeah.
And we're also going to have a meal together. So we'll start the morning out eating breakfast and just getting to know each other, which is really important.
One of the things that our group that we were in, when I read the evaluations, I mean, almost every evaluation said, I love getting to have breakfast without my kids, eating off my plate, you know, and all of that stuff. So that was really an important thing for us to incorporate in this, because it really was a huge blessing for the moms to have.
Awesome.
And we're so excited.
We really are.
It's been amazing to see how God has just brought Carmen and I together. I mean, Lyle refers to her as my soul sister. And just how easy this has been, and how it has not been stressful. We text and we're like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It has been so fun, but really I can't say it loud enough or enough. The thing that is taking the most preparation and planning is the child care. So if you are interested or you know anyone, please send them our way.
Twice a month. On Wednesday
Twice a
mornings.
month, yes.
Awesome. Thank you. Show them some love. Thanks. You guys did a good job. Really good job. That's awesome. Carmen, you've got it in you. Gather. I love that. So I'm just sitting there thinking, and God speaks to me in this moment, and as uncomfortable as it might make me, I'm going to say this because it's for a reason. But he just revealed, he said, now, if 10 years ago you and Sarah had not started this church, this may not be happening right now. Now, that vision could be in their heart and it could happen in another way, but I love that. I love that just moving, just start taking steps toward what's in your heart, and then you watch God work. Things happen beyond anything that you would ever even imagine possible. That's what I love about it. I love that in an environment of freedom, people pick up the ball and run with it, because what's going to happen with these moms, it's amazing. Well,